Introduction. Level 1. Negative balance. There's a tiny minus sign sitting right in front of the number on your screen. It looks like it might disappear if you just blink, but it doesn't. You overdrew your account for a measly $4, a forgotten subscription, or maybe an auto-drafted coffee. The bank doesn't care about that $4. The bank cares about math. And the math says the exact moment you drop below zero, you get hit with a $35 fee. The penalty for being poor is getting poorer. Right now, you're surrounded by people at a bus stop or in a coffee shop, but you are completely invisible. No one talks to you because on the system's radar, you're just a risk. But here's what you don't know. Your current loneliness is a festival compared to the isolation at the top. As you go up, the oxygen thins, the noise fades, and in the end, you'll only hear your own breathing. Wait until the end of the video to understand how. Level 1, minus $500, the silence of shame. Your phone rings. You don't even look at the screen. You already know it's not a friend. It's debt collectors, banks, or automated systems tracking overdue bills. Your friends text you about Friday night plans, asking, "You coming?" You don't reply. You tell them you're busy. But the truth is, you're sitting in a dark room at home, constantly refreshing your banking app. This is your first lie. Here, isolation isn't a choice. It's a hiding spot the system forces you into. If you go out, you'll have to buy a round or pay for a cab. If you don't have money, you don't have the right to be a social being. Mingling with people is a luxury, and you lost that luxury a long time ago. Level 2, $2,000, wage slavery. You're out of the red. You have $2,000 in your account. To make this happen, you traded 60 hours a week, your sleep, and the evening sun. Sitting at your desk after everyone else has left the office, you hear car horns blaring outside. People are out there living while you're just working. Your social life consists of a half-hearted nod to coworkers you pass in the elevator every morning, the ones whose names you don't even know. When you get home at night, you're too exhausted to even think about calling anyone. Your phone exists solely to wake you up. You aren't an individual anymore. You're just a cell on some company's efficiency spreadsheet, and cells don't have friends. They only have functions. Level 3, $10,000, the death of language. There's a 5-figure sum in your account. For the first time, you can buy things at the grocery store without checking the price tags. But you notice something strange. The friends you used to dream with, the ones you promised were going to be rich one day with, talk to you differently now. The jokes have faded, replaced by passive-aggressive jabs like, "Well, things are going great for you, aren't they?" You're still the exact same person, but in their eyes, you're now the other. While they're still debating whether a $10 meal is too expensive, you're watching portfolio management videos. Your shared language is dying. You sit at the same table, but there's a 1,000-mile chasm between you. They look like they're celebrating your success, but they really just see their own stagnation reflected in your face. Your success became the mirror of their failure. Level 4, $50,000, the showcase and the predators. Now you're that kid with money. Relatives who haven't called in ages suddenly care about your health. A friend you haven't seen since high school shows up at your door with a mind-blowing business idea. You've entered a gray zone where you can't tell who misses you and who misses the commas in your bank account. Suspicion becomes your most loyal companion. Whenever someone compliments you, you find yourself thinking, "What do they want from me?" Genuine connection is now a security vulnerability. You start building walls against people. These walls protect you, but they also leave you completely alone inside. Level 5, $250,000, sterile isolation. You move to a better neighborhood, a gated community with quiet neighbors, but this silence isn't the peace you expected. That loud, messy, vibrant life you used to hear while walking down the street is gone. Now, all you hear is the whistling wind and the roll of luxury car tires on asphalt. You've completely cut ties with your old circle because their problems seem petty to you now, while your problems look like spoiled whining to them. You want to talk about tax brackets and property management, but you know no one will understand you. You're in a very luxurious prison where you can't speak your own language. Level 6, $1 million, the masquerade. You're in the Millionaires Club now. You're surrounded by people just like you. But here, you're introduced to a new brand of loneliness, competitive isolation. No one says, "I'm scared" at dinner parties. No one says, "I'm tired." Everyone talks about their next investment, their new watch, or the company they just scaled. There are 10 people in the room, but it's actually just 10 brands pitching to one another. You've locked your true identity inside your safe at home. No one cares about who you are. They only care about what you represent. You know that the moment your mask slips, you lose your seat at that table. Level 7, $10 million, the security paradox. Your life is an operation now. You have an assistant, a driver, and maybe a bodyguard. Your contact with human beings is heavily filtered. The odds of you walking into a random coffee shop and meeting someone are 0. Everyone has to go through a protocol just to reach you. Your house isn't a home anymore. It's a high-tech fortress. Security was supposed to bring you peace of mind, but it only brought absolute detachment. Even your kids' friends are intimidated to come over. You are now that untouchable figure. You're at the peak, but there is no room up there for anyone else. Level 8, $50 million, the echo chamber. No one says no to you anymore. Even if you pitch your most absurd idea, the people around you insist you're a genius. You make mistakes, but nobody warns you, because their relationship with you isn't built on affection. It's a business partnership. Honesty is a wildly expensive luxury at your level, and no one is willing to pay for it. You're drowning in your own lies because there is no one left who loves you enough to tell you the truth. The applause is so deafening that you can't even hear the voice of your own conscience. Level 9, $250 million, a transactional life. You aren't a human being anymore. You're an asset class. Talking to someone for 5 minutes represents a time cost of thousands of dollars. Emotions have become inefficiencies that drag down profit margins. Even when you help someone, you catch yourself thinking, what's the PR return on this? You don't look at people. You view them as numbers, opportunities, or threats. Your heart has turned into an Excel spreadsheet. Level 10, $1 billion plus, absolute zero. You are at the absolute top. You look down and all you see are ants. You're a legacy now, a powerhouse. Your name is bigger than you are. No one can even imagine that a real person named you exists, that you once cried at a bus stop over $4. In the beginning, you were invisible because you had nothing. Now, you're invisible because you are everything. Both lead to the exact same silence. You hold the keys to the world, but there is no longer a warm home where you can turn that key and walk in. It's cold at the top, but the view is spectacular, isn't it? Conclusion. Math never lies. As the numbers grow, the number of people in your life shrinks. The system promised to give you everything, but it never told you what it would take away. Now, look in the mirror and ask yourself, is this gaping void beside you worth those digits in your bank account? Do you know which level you should stop at, or have you already set off toward absolute zero?